What an absolutely crazy week this was. And if we just break it down into its purest form, I would have to say that interest rates took the brunt of it. We rolled into the week with the attack on Iran over the weekend, and one would have assumed interest rates were going to plummet. But the overall fear of what it might do to oil kept rates in check and actually pushed them up as the week escalated. All week in the market due to the uncertainty, AI kind of took a back seat, right? And inflation became one of the biggest concerns because of last Friday's inflationary number that came in super hot. So that coupled with oil continued to push interest rates up throughout the entire week. And then we roll into today. I've been talking about the biggest data set for the week, non-farm payrolls, and it came in drastically lower than anticipated. They were looking at about 56,000 jobs added. It only came in at minus 92. Yeah, that's right. A minus number for non-farm payrolls. That is massive. That is huge for the market. And what did the market do? It didn't give a shit. You know why? Because the price of oil went over $90. And the implications of that on an overall economy has traders sidelined with fear. And it's not that they want to now dump money back into treasuries, because the longer that this goes on, the government may have to do issuance, which means further inflation. So really right now, there is no particular safe haven for money from a trader's standpoint. That's why we saw a sell-off in the Dow today. Let's stay in cash, because who the hell knows what this weekend is going to bring. So who am I with all this advice? My name is Kevin Weemark, a.k.a. The Mortgage Mouth. Each and every day I come to you with an episode of The Daily Dose. So make sure you hit that subscription button. I never want you to miss a beat. So that now brings me to next week. We're going to get some more inflationary data, but I think the big thing is going to be that labor data. I think come Monday and Tuesday, if we get a little kind of end in sight over the weekend with what's going on with this conflict, I think we are going to see lower rates next week. So I am in the float camp going into the weekend, because that non-farm payroll number and that unemployment number are recessionary numbers. We were talking about stagflation last week. We're talking a recession this week with that number. Have a wonderful weekend. I lend in all 50 states. If you need me, do not hesitate to give me a call. Love to have a candid, authentic, and experienced conversation based on your current goals. All right, y'all. Have a blessed weekend. I'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.